Hello everyone and welcome to the Estadio de la Cartuja.
These are the teams tonight. Wojciech Szczesny does start, despite the fact Barca trailed on social.
Do it on a regular basis, but because of this game, of course, it's very high profile.
The knockout tournament in Spain this season. Barca come into the game top of La Liga with a 4-point advantage over this season. But the future of coach Carlo Ancelotti, especially after the Champions League exit to Arsenal. A couple of people have made special haircuts for the occasion. Lamine Yamal trained yesterday with a baseball cap on, hiding that work of art. To call it something. Will it bring him luck? Well, we'll find out over the next 90 minutes.
You thought you saw everything in the Copa del Rey final between Real Madrid and Barcelona? Think again. What happened off the cameras was absolute chaos. Ice flying at the referee, a massive brawl, shocking mistakes, and even tears on the field. This wasn't just a final, it was a meltdown. And today, I'm pulling back the curtain on everything you didn't see, and believe me, it's crazier than you can imagine. So stay tuned, because what I'm about to show you will leave any true football fan speechless. Oh, and if you love football and you want to help this channel grow, please smash that like button and subscribe to Sports Frenzy TV. It means the world to me and helps me keep bringing you stories that the mainstream media just won't cover. All right, let's dive in.
The 2025 Copa del Rey final was billed as a classic. Barcelona versus Real Madrid. Two giants clashing once again for glory. But what unfolded was something way beyond football. It was emotional, violent, completely out of control. Barcelona won the match 3-2 in extra time. But if you think that tells the whole story, you're dead wrong. Let's start from the beginning. From the very first whistle, Barcelona dominated the pitch. It was almost embarrassing how easily they controlled the game. 63% possession, 9 shots on goal. Real Madrid, one of the most successful clubs in history, managed just 1 shot in the entire first half. Fans started whispering, was this going to be a massacre? Pedri opened the scoring after a clever play that started with a critical mistake from Jude Bellingham. Instead of threading a simple pass to Vinícius Jr., Bellingham misfired, and Barcelona pounced. A beautiful pass to Yamal, an easy setup, and Pedri finished it with class.
Yamal. On that left foot, you can't really let him do that.
No shot, was that a cross? Drilled in low. (4-0) to Barca in the Bernabeu. 5-2 to Barca in Jeddah to cover. Gives a free kick. 5-4 on aggregate against Atletico Madrid. 4-all in Madrid, 1-0 in Madrid. Well done there, Lamine Yamal recovering.
At halftime, Madrid looked broken. The body language was awful. Ancelotti's face on the sidelines. Pure frustration. But then, the second half brought a spark. And it had a name. Kylian Mbappé. With Mbappé on the field, Madrid finally came to life. They pushed forward with intensity we hadn't seen all game. Mbappé delivered a stunning free kick to equalize, sending Madridistas into a frenzy. And moments later, a bullet header from Tchouaméni off a perfectly placed corner gave Madrid the lead. It felt like momentum had finally shifted.
Maybe just drift one. It's going to be Mbappé, goal. And he scores! There's a story. Out of the starting lineup, onto the pitch, onto the score sheet. 1-1.
Yeah, you can't say it hasn't been coming. You just didn't expect it to come from a free kick like that. Goalkeeper side. He scored his first free kick for Real Madrid a couple of weeks ago in their victory in the Bernabeu, and that's his second, and he's whipped it in goalkeeper side. Tenera here, but Tenera by Szczesny. That's goalie side. Doesn't go over the wall. The wall is not affected. He's whipped it there, and the goalie's gambled, and he gambled wrong.
from Barcelona's point of view, and particularly the goalkeeper's too easy. Mbappe's too good, isn't he?
Yeah.
You leave him a gap like that, he's whipped that, he's hit the inside of the post, bounced in, and Real Madrid get a payoff for their second half improvement. With Gavi. Torres coming on Araujo as well. Tchouaméni! And Real Madrid lead, they turned it round! It's been dramatic, but this game has been turned on its head.
Yeah, always dangerous at set pieces. The previous corner, 30 seconds prior, he almost gets his head on it, Tchouaméni. There was a warning sign and they didn't pick up on it, Barcelona. They're trying to get Araujo on. He's not on yet. Maybe it's too late.
Well, what do you know about...
But as they say, football is cruel. Barcelona refused to give up. Despite the turnaround, they stayed calm, clinical, and focused. A rare mistake from Thibaut Courtois, usually the steadiest hands in Europe, gifted Ferran Torres an equalizer. Courtois came out aggressively, but misjudged it. Torres slipped the ball past him. 2-2. Game on. The match went into extra time. And that's where the real heartbreak for Madrid began. A sloppy, lazy pass from Luka Modrić, one of the most experienced players on the field, set up Barcelona's winner. Brahim Diaz waited for the ball to come to him instead of meeting it. Koundé didn't hesitate. He anticipated the move, intercepted and fired past Courtois. 3-2. And you could feel the emotional collapse happening on the pitch. But what happened next was pure chaos.
To drift one in behind, and there's a problem here, and it's Torres! Real. Koundé! Oh, he might have won it!
Furious at what they believed was a missed foul just before Koundé's goal, Real Madrid players lost all control. They surrounded the referee, shouting, pushing, demanding answers. In the middle of the madness, Antonio Rüdiger, usually a fighter, but this time completely over the edge, grabbed an ice ball from the sidelines and launched it at the referee. Stadium security scrambled onto the field. Coaches were trying to separate players. It was a total meltdown, live in front of tens of thousands of fans. The referee didn't hesitate. Straight red cards. Rüdiger, Lucas Vázquez, Jude Bellingham. 3 Madrid players expelled in the dying minutes of a final. Unheard of. Meanwhile, on the other side, Gavi and Raúl Asensio were exchanging brutal words. Before the final whistle even blew, you could see tempers flaring. It was war out there. And then, the final whistle. But instead of celebration, what we witnessed was pure heartbreak. Thibaut Courtois, the giant between the posts, broke down in tears. Not anger, not frustration. Real, uncontrollable sadness. This is a man who has saved Real Madrid countless times. And tonight, he felt like he had let them down. Next to him, Tchouaméni, who played one of his best matches of the season, stood frozen, hands on his head, unable to believe what just happened. Vinícius Jr., always the emotional fire starter, looked helpless, arguing with officials, pointing furiously. But deep down, he knew it was over. After the match, the anger turned inward. Antonio Rüdiger's actions were widely condemned, even by Madrid fans. Yes, he was playing through injury. Yes, he gave everything. But throwing ice at a referee? There's no excuse. He's now facing a serious suspension that could see him miss important matches next season. Meanwhile, the blame game started. Manager Carlo Ancelotti, once untouchable, is now the top target. Critics ripped into him for failing to rotate the squad, overplaying tired veterans, and ignoring young talents like Arda Güler and Álvaro Rodríguez, players who could have made a difference. Inside Real Madrid's locker room, sources say, the mood is clear, Ancelotti's time is up. And honestly, after a collapse like this, it's hard to argue. With the Copa del Rey gone, Real Madrid's hopes for silverware now rest on the Club World Cup. And maybe, just maybe, a desperate final sprint in La Liga. But with Barcelona surging in form, even that looks unlikely. This wasn't just a defeat. It was a portrait of a proud club unraveling under pressure. Players crumbling, legends making mistakes, leaders falling short. The 2025 Copa del Rey final will go down not just as a Barcelona win, but as the night Real Madrid's deepest wounds were exposed for the whole world to see.
If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more raw, unfiltered football stories, please leave a like.